Jesus Christ.
I wasn't, huh? I told you, motherfucker.
So the caption says, man crashes Subaru into dealership after they refuse to take it back.
Oh, shit. Call the cops.
Love that it says as is down below.
It's time to get wild.
That was wild. Welcome to That Was Wild. I'm Adam Macias, and this episode is going to be wild. This is the show where I talk to my wildly funny friends about the wild people of the world so you can learn from their wild mistakes. This is a very special end of the year episode where we are going to review the wildest stories of the year. 2024 was a crazy freaking year. So look out for some very special end of the year stories. We're talking cocaine sharks. We're talking Alex Jones. We're talking, hey, you guys remember Joe Biden? You guys remember that guy? Hey, you guys ever hear about that Amazon tribe that was hooked on porn? We're talking about all that stuff this episode because this year was crazy. And I could not do this episode without anybody else because this man is particularly an expert on weird news. Weird as fuck news. Weird AF news. Excuse me, I didn't mean to curse in front of you. I know he particularly doesn't like those F words, at least according to his podcast name, which is Weird AF News. It is Jonsey, everybody. I pulled it through there. I was stumbling.
You were.
There's going to be some editing there, but that's only between you and me, but I pulled it out there. I think I got it.
I was watching from afar.
You watched me lock in real time, I think.
I go, oh, someone didn't take their Adderall. Losing their place.
You watched me lock in real time in there. Yeah.
You forgot to mention our special musical guest today, Wild Cherry. Play that funky music, white boy. You should have Wild Cherry on.
100%. Hey, Wild Cherry, hit me up. I would love to have you as a house band one day. I also love to have a house one day. That'd be great. Jonsey, thank you for coming on the show. It's been a weird and wild year.
Yes. We've both benefited from this weird and wild year because we both do podcasts that center around weird, wild news.
Yes.
It seems to me, I don't know, I'm a little biased, I think, but it seems to me like the world's getting crazier and crazier.
Yes.
You're kind of biased too.
Yeah.
And I think if you ask the average Joe on the street, does it seem to you like it's getting wilder out there? They would probably agree.
I think, I've been reading a lot, I've been, trying to dive deeper into kind of societal norms and stuff like that, or what we're doing in society. And I feel like, information is very much all about getting in front of your face. And I think just with technology kind of being in front of your face all the time, what happens to be in front of your face more often than not is the weird shit. And so we're happen to be consuming a lot of weird shit, and that's good for business, baby.
Yeah, it sure is good for business. My subscribers ships keeps going up and up because people can't seem to get enough of the weird AF news, and I'm grateful for that.
Yes,
I'm grateful.
This episode, we're going to be running down some of the weird stuff that happened this year. First off, before we get into that though, Jonsey, how was your year? Did you have a good year?
Yeah, I've had a good year. It was, it's probably the best year I've had and that I can remember.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Work-wise,
do you consider that? Are you the type of person that looks back in your year and be like, fuck this year, or do you typically kind of always consider every year as like a good year?
Well, no, I mean 2020 was
like
a horrible year.
Okay.
2021 was a bad year too.
Oh, okay. So you're not okay. Yeah, definitely. You're hard. You're pretty. You're not biased.
I went to therapy for the first time in my life back then.
This year?
No. Back during the COVID.
And that's why it was bad.
It was, everything about it was really,
I had to
bad.
start
Professionally, personally.
Started talking about myself, started analyzing myself. It was terrible.
I mean, the point, I'm from an Italian-Irish family in Boston, and it's just not, you don't get therapy in my family. Like, you don't go get therapy. Like,
no.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No, you go talk to a priest.
Yeah.
And then once you get molested, you don't tell nobody about it.
You shush about
you
that.
You shush about it.
Yeah. Go to confession.
Maybe that's why they molest you. So then they make you go get therapy.
Yeah, maybe they're in cahoots.
Maybe that's why they do it. Maybe that's why they invented therapy, so that you could so that you could deal with you talking about your
It's all coming.
It's already getting real dark. We're already getting real dark in the. Hey, this is 2025. We'll start brighter next year. But anyways,
So yeah, I was at a low. So in the past couple years, it's been 2022 was great. 2023 was better, and 2024 really I turned some corners, and I'm pretty pleased.
so sounds like maybe you working on yourself on that therapy might have helped.
Maybe a little bit, yeah, maybe a little bit.
That's
but
cool,
I think
man.
just
You're doing lots of gigs, doing
being
shows
on the grind and
You're
working
grinding it out, man.
is what really makes me happy. And I was able to travel more this year than I have in a while. I went back to Asia for a month and a half. And,
We're out in Asia.
I went to Thailand. Bangkok specifically.
Oh,
and then
shit.
I was in Taiwan.
Did you ever play that game with your friends? What's the capital of Thailand?
Bangkok?
Yeah.
And then they smack you in the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played that in a while.
I'm legitimately afraid I won't be able to have children because of that game.
You played too much?
Yeah, just
Yeah, goddamn.
I'm like surprised. Like, hey, Mike Hines from high school, let me know if you're a father, and if you're not, I'm sorry. I probably ruptured your ball sack. Me and all of us probably ruptured. Anyways,
you and all the other frat boys in the world. Just smacking each other in the cock.
Yeah, it was
Cock-a-doodle
also
ball do.
we just wanted to touch each other's penises. Anyways, speaking of touching each other's penises, did you have a fun time in Thailand or?
I sure did. Speaking of, I also went to Vietnam and
cool.
Malaysia. So I went to some countries, a couple that I had never been to before. Being Thailand and Vietnam, I had never been.
Nice. Travel's
great. I also went to Mexico City, and then I went to some cities in the States as well to do gigs. And so there was a bit of traveling, which it can be fun. I enjoy it.
Nice. Were you doing gigs while you were out, like while you were traveling?
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah. I would set up gigs and
Really?
wherever
like
I went
in Asia too?
Yeah.
Whoa, how was that
Headlining
like?
gigs, getting paid some. Not a lot of money, but enough.
What was that like out in Asia doing comedy?
It's challenging. It's challenging. Well, on the one hand, it's nice because they really open up their arms to you, and they think it's a big deal.
Oh, sick.
That an American comic is there, especially American comic with some credits and stuff, and then someone who lives in LA. They're just impressed with like you smoked a cigarette at the Comedy Store. Oh my God, tell us about that. Like whatever. Like
oh shit.
So they're just
sounds like I need to go to Thailand.
Yeah. So they're very, very welcoming in that sense.
But as far as the traveling experience and getting to perform that must have been pretty fun.
Yeah, that was great. So it's all worth it. I did a lot of bombing over there, but I got paid to bomb.
Well, a lot of Americans bombed over in Asia. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Jonsey, thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be an awesome end of year review. I'm so excited for you to be joining me for this very special episode. But before we get into our end of the year review, we're going to go through some hypothetical situations because we like to get a little wild here. I'm going to show you some wild situations. I'm going to ask you what you would do.
Oh boy!
So
are you sure you want my opinion?
I do. This is a what would you do?
Is there a disclaimer?
In this situation? Okay.
Like, don't do what we say. This is for entertainment purposes only.
For entertainment
this is not
purposes.
Investment advice.
This is yeah. Don't
for education.
Yeah. Don't. Also, but if you do get rich, do credit us from this. First off, let's watch this video. Jesus Christ.
I wasn't, huh? I told you, motherfucker.
So the caption says, "Man crashes Subaru into dealership after they refuse to take it back." So we just watched a man crash a fucking Subaru to a dealership.
Call the cops.
Is he gonna throw down?
Holy shit. Is anybody under the car?
Is anybody under the car?
So crazy. So the
Why
guy's
did he-
like,
why
"I
did he
told you,
take it-
motherfuckers."
Why did he take it back? Why did he take the car back?
I'm assuming he just didn't want it anymore. Something's wrong with it.
I mean, we need a lot more. We need backstory
There's so many
to
contexts.
really judge this.
So much context
properly.
Yeah, but that's not the situation. What I want you to do. Now, what would you do? You are a car salesman.
Oh, sure.
And you're using this video as a commercial to sell me a Subaru. Or like those like commercials you would see in TV.
Sure. Yeah.
So you're using this.
Yeah.
So come on down
Come on down. Come on down to O'Neill Subaru, where even when we're not open, we're open. At O'Neill Subaru, we put a special coating over the paint job that can withstand shards of glass as you run right through the front of a showroom.
Go down to O'Neill Subaru. Our Subaru is guaranteed to not scratch at all if you crash it through some windows. Our paint jobs are so pristine that you could do this. You could run over. I'm pretty sure you could run over a receptionist and talk about all-wheel drive.
Yeah, that's some all-wheel drive right there.
All-terrain. It also includes literally through the showroom.
Our financials are so loose that even if you don't pay for the car for 8 months, we won't come and get it.
Our financials are so loose.
We won't come and get it.
You could run over our financial advisor.
Love that it says as is down below. As is.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's going to jail.
So much. Come on down. All sales are final.
Well, that was fun. What do you got next?
Okay. All right. So what would you do? Now let's see. Let's watch this video.
No, there's no fishing on this property.
So we're seeing a woman walking a dog.
Oh, really? Oh, yes.
So this woman tried pushing a man fishing, and the man was just got a solid base, solid base, and he didn't even flinch. She fell on her ass immediately.
I like people who follow the goddamn rules.
So she gets up.
Who's shooting it?
Yeah, who praise the cameraman.
Yeah.
So
she obviously didn't see the cameraman either, right? Well, they didn't care.
I want you to. What would you do? I want you to be the man in this situation.
Yeah, sure.
And I want you to feel bad for the woman. I want you to feel bad for this woman,
Right.
as if like, hey, give it another shot. You know, like,
oh yeah.
like, hey, give it another shot. Like,
yeah, sure.
like,
Yeah, okay. So, I would give her like, hey, listen, get in a 3-point stance.
no, I don't.
Have you watched?
No, I feel so stupid now.
Get in a 3-point stance.
No, that was so embarrassing.
Come, have you ever seen? If you know who Lawrence Taylor is, you look about that age. You could rock with Lawrence Taylor. 3-point stance.
No, I know Lord.
Give it your shoulder. Get your shoulder
No,
into it.
I just.
What you want to do is you want to go low and up. You want to
it
go
was
low and
listen.
push up.
I was carrying the dogs. The dogs were all. My center of gravity was all messed. I don't want to do this.
Try
can
this.
you just
Get in the water.
Okay.
And pull on my string to
no,
my
you're
rod.
being so nice. I just
Get in the
wanted
water. No, it's warm.
No,
Get
the
in there.
The sign says I can't get in the water. This is the whole point of this.
Oh, Karen. Oh, Karen.
Truly crazy people. Crazy people.
If she had real dogs, she could have sicked the dogs. The dogs are like.
The dog were like.
The dogs
"What?
are not helpful.
Can you let us go? We want to run away from you.
The dogs want nothing to do with that situation.
So
I never saw that video. That's funny.
All right, here's another one.
Okay.
All right.
Holy shit. Oh my God. His shirt was off too.
All right, so this is a real
That's
quick.
as long as the clip is?
This is a real quick one. So we're inside, this person is filming inside of an In-N-Out, and we're seeing a shirtless man stab something at the windows.
Oh my God.
Hey, guys.
God damn, man. Everything's on camera now. You can't. You
Okay.
can't. Remember the days you could take your shirt off and stab a window at McDonald's and you wouldn't be on camera? Look at him trot away. Was he jumping into the dumpster? He jumped into the dumpster.
Pretty crazy. I want you to be the guy
Yeah, sure.
explaining to
The police?
the judge
Oh, the judge?
why you needed to do it because the lines were so long in In-N-Out.
Oh,
Like why
sure.
why the lines at In-N-Out forced you to go stab.
Yeah, sure.
So
I had to plead my case.
you have to plead your case. All right, we're all hereby summoned here to hear the case of Stabby McStabman, who was caught on camera stabbing the windows at a Baldwin Hills In-N-Out. How do you plead, sir?
First of all, the name's Clem.
Oh, Clem Stabby McStab, sir. Sorry, sir. How do you plead, sir?
I plead not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay, all right. And
No one was harmed physically, and I think we can all agree
Mm-hmm.
that the In-N-Out situation in this state is really out of control. You know, the lines are way too long. No one seems to want to do anything about it. They just seem to let this happen. And no one can get their food in time. And I wanna partake as a tax-paying citizen.
Okay.
I want to support local businesses like such as In-N-Out, and some would say a religious business as well, because praise Jesus as well.
Okay.
So I want to support, you know, but every time I get there, I can't support. I can't get in there. I don't own a car. I can't go through the drive-through. I don't even own a shirt.
You don't own a shirt as a shirt.
Yeah. And also that, Your Honor, that the knife. Exhibit B. Plastic, bro.
Plastic knife. Plastic knife.
I got it at Dunkin's. I could get into Dunkin's because no one even goes to Dunkin's out here.
Yeah, right.
But Dunkin's doesn't have what I need.
And so so the reason why you stabbed the In-N-Out now.
I need to rustle them up. They sit, these kids, all right? They don't get their food and get out. They sit there. They're on their phone. They take out the games. They're playing the Nintendo bitch.
Nintendo bitch.
Whatever it is, they stay there for hours. And a guy like me can't get in there. I can't sit down.
Excuse me, sir. I'm just a local prosecutor. I'm just a local prosecutor. I do declare. Now, I'm just a local. What do I know? I'm just a simple prosecutor. But I do believe it's called a Nintendo Switch. I do believe it's called a Nintendo Switch. Just a simple prosecutor. Now I do want to. Now, if I may, if I may interject, I just do want to point out, if we can point to Exhibit A, this man does seem to be shirtless, stabbing, and in and out, filled with young teens, full of teens. I'm just a simple Baldwin Hills prosecutor. But to me, this is an open shut case here, Your Honor.
It's filled with kids that stay there for hours. There's no time limit on these tables. Of course, they tell me I have to put clothes on to come in there, but then there's no other rules for the kids that are in there. They could just sit there for 3 hours at an In-N-Out. You could just sit there on your phone.
I do want to point to Exhibit C. No
People
shoes.
need to eat.
No shirt.
I'm trying to eat. I need to get in there. You sat there. That girl was there for you can't see it in the video because they only allow short clips.
We see like
it was an hour 45. She was sitting there.
A soft dramatic music plays as the camera pans in. As Jonesy starts, Clemmy McStabby makes his emotional plea, like saying how he he spends too much time in line. You can't. Are you saying we can't handle the truth that the lines are too long, Jonesy?
Yeah. And they don't leave, these kids. They hang out all night. They think it's their living room or some shit. They go there and hang out after the bars, and then they make that their home. Some of them were passed out. You can't see it from the video. Drunk kids passed out. By the way, probably underage.
We see the audience.
Probably underage drinking.
No
one's prosecuting them.
You know, that's true.
I don't see them here.
Yeah.
No, no one's prosecuting these underage.
You know what? Yeah. You know what?
Near dwellers.
There's order. You know what? We hear. I'm not even going to hear from the jury. We hear the judge finds you Governor of California. Give this man the award. He wins. Send him to the White House.
I appreciate that.
And this has been What Would You Do? Thank you so much, Jonesy.
It was fun playing. Thank you.
I do want to know what the fuck happened here. That's pretty crazy, though.
Yeah, cops are probably.
It was probably meth.
He was probably still in the parking lot.
Let's be honest, though.
Yeah, it usually
probably
is.
Meth, right?
It's Bakersfield. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. But without further ado, let's get to the moment you've been all waiting for. There have been so many insane moments of 2024. We have from cocaine sharks to tribals, Amazon tribes hooked on porn, to even, hey guys, remember there was like a presidential election earlier this year. So it's so hard to pick. So I decided not to pick. I went to the subreddit r not the onion to find out the top upvoted stories of 2024, and I found the top 10. So we're gonna run down the top 10 upvoted stories of 2024. for your viewing pleasure right now. Starting with, you ready, Jonesy?
I'm ready.
All right. This is number 10 right now. Republicans complained that Joe Biden had too much energy at the State of the Union. You guys remember this story? Joe Biden had too much energy. Joe Biden,
The guy
had
can't.
too much energy at the beginning of this year, guys.
What does that mean? He turned his head both ways within a half an hour.
Twitter was saying he had like too much coke, or he like was on coke or something.
Oh, I mean, they've said that about Trump a million times. And
Yeah.
he probably is on some sort of fuel. How do you even do that job without fuel? I'd be on
Oh, yeah,
Adderall
totally.
or coke all the time.
100%.
You can't do anything. You can't sleep. You gotta, get up, get on a plane. Oh no, get up, get on a plane all day long. Get on a plane, get up, get on a plane. Go talk.
100%.
Man, I couldn't even do if I go out and I do a stand-up comedy show every night, I'm exhausted. Never mind doing all this stuff during the day
You
as
totally,
well.
oh my gosh. I
It's the
would
worst.
be on a mix of Dayquil
Of course.
and Adderall.
Pre-workout drinks, whatever
And-
it would take to get me
and
through that.
yerba
Never mind.
mate.
And never mind when you're his age.
Even though the rumors are not true that like they're drinking baby blood, I would just be checking in on it and be like, yo, like, is it possible though? Because like I could use it though, like just for the energy.
Yeah, the guy wants to sleep, man.
So a number of conservative commentators hit on a President Biden suggesting. So this article is from March 2008. March 8th on 2024. A number of conservative commenters hit out at President Biden, suggesting that his State of the Union address in the House on Thursday was too aggressive or energetic. It's wild that only 3 months later he was a fucking bumbling fool. That was on March 8th of this year. And then on June 27th, I know that because that was my birthday. He had the weirdest presidential performance ever on a debate. Biden used the State of the Union address to lay down the challenge of Donald Trump, who after a succession of primary victories of Super Tuesday has all but sown the... Yeah, so this is back when he didn't even win. You remember this? You remember the...
I don't remember this at all.
Let's see how energetic he was.
The president actually said that.
Okay, he's yelling.
Bowing down to a Russian leader.
He is
I think
actually...
it's outrageous.
He is actually kind of yelling.
Yeah, a little bit yelling. Also, he can't
Dangerous and
hear.
it's
So
unacceptable.
he can't hear. So he's got to talk loud. Anyone you meet who's deaf, they talk like that.
Yeah.
He's half deaf. Too bad he couldn't have been this way during the debate.
Yeah, I know.
It's too bad.
Because instead of watching auto jobs in the future go overseas, 4,000 union jobs with higher wages.
Let's see if there's any high points here. Okay, so this one was a pretty high point. Let's see.
You cut to him, just go.
He's like, woo! He's like Ric Flair all of a sudden, like, woo!
He goes all macho man. Let me tell you something, brother. We gotta get these goddamn jobs out there, man.
Let me tell you something about the CHIPS Act, brother. The greatest economy we've ever seen, brother.
I'm talking carbon emissions, man. Do you know what I mean, Hulk Hogan?
Let's see.
Emissions in half by 2030, creating tens of thousands of clean energy jobs like the IBW work is building and installing 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations.
These dudes are half asleep.
30% of
Oh yeah,
Americans
the half of them
land
are
and
asleep with
waters
their
by
face on their
2030.
plate. That's what you get when you allow these
Taking
dinosaurs to
action
keep their
on
positions.
Environmental justice.
So stupid.
This is like not
You could just
energetic
put a
at all.
saw. Just take a saw and just chop off all their heads. I would be so pleased.
It's just get rid of them. All right. That's what a crazy story. All right. No, okay, coming in at number 9. Raygun. Remember Raygun?
How do you forget Raygun?
Ranked world number 1 after Paris Olympics controversy. Guys, remember this?
Did you see that they
The musical?
yeah, they were gonna do a Raygun the musical, and she sued
them,
to stop it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you let that go?
You know, it's probably only good for her. Probably because she has her own rights, right? She probably wants to own the rights of her own
So
story.
all right.
Yeah.
So like maybe
Yeah.
could she not negotiate something with them? I don't know if she tried to, but like,
I don't
know if she just sued to stop it, or if she was like, I need to get a cut of this.
My understanding, I think she's like super fucking rich. She's
rich?
Yeah, she's super.
She's already rich?
She's super rich.
Oh, she is?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, she's super fucking rich. She comes from like a super rich family.
Oh, she's born from money. Because she's not making this dance. Oh, yeah. That's not dance money, right?
She bought her placement into the Olympics.
She bribed that spot?
She pretty not bribed it, but like she comes from academia to like study it. She's essentially like the white savior of like the dance community or whatever. Of the breakdance community. She like just bought her way into it as like a rich kid and then studied it and then like pretty much created this federation inside of Australia where like the only way to get ranked inside of it was to like it was like $50,000 or some insane way to do it.
Okay.
And obviously only she could afford it and a bunch of other rich people.
Yeah.
So the qualifying rounds were only allowed to her to do it, which allowed her to get into the Olympics.
Yeah, I see.
It was a total fucking scam job for her to even be allowed to get into the Olympics.
So then obviously she doesn't need
which is probably why she didn't want that out there in the musical.
She don't want that out there. She doesn't need that.
Yeah.
She doesn't need any additional revenue. Like she's not the type of person that was like, well, if that goes viral, then I could capitalize myself doing a one-person show or
totally.
She doesn't need that.
Yeah, no, she doesn't want, because it probably would discredit her as her job as a teacher.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a total fucking shit show.
Yeah.
Which is probably why the number one ranked in Australia.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Well, they should still make it anyways, but just change the name to like Laser Beam.
I mean, yeah, 100%.
Laser Beam the musical.
Laser Beam
and then they're like, hey, this is me. No,
X-Ray.
No, it's not. This is Laser Beam.
Yeah. And then make it a porn parody.
Make it a porn parody.
Why not?
Just add a little wrinkle to it.
Porn parody rules the whole time, you know? Yeah. Star Wars, if Star Wars, if they can do Star Wars porn parody, they can do a Raygun one. There's no way she has more money than Lucas.
No,
you know?
The South Park guys could really do a great parody of this as a musical. That would be tremendous. You don't even have to do it on breakdancing. You could be like pop and locking or something. You could just slightly change it. Mm-hmm. But everyone would know what we're talking about here.
This is the mascot of 2024. Is like we got Raygun and Hawk Tuah.
That's right.
So we should probably put a pin in for our favorite people of 2024.
Yeah,
so like Hawk Tuah
for sure,
and Raygun
for sure,
because those people are like because those are some winners for sure. Just so we can have some video aspects of it.
Oh, you want to show her dancing?
Let's just social.
Yeah.
We got Raygun.
It was an Olympic performance.
Bam. Bam, bam.
That got.
Oh my god! Just
doesn't even backspin into it. Just does yoga into it.
Just like
that's called the swim move.
There's not one athletic moment of that. Like this is it's also one of those things where it's like I could do that, you know? Like it's like it's like when you go watch, like you see Donald Trump, you're like I could do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Look, if you're in the if you're going for the breakdance championship and you do neither of these moves, you don't do a head spin and you don't do a windmill, what are we talking about?
Right. I mean,
what are we talking about?
You should be starting like an Eddie Gordo windmill every time.
If you don't have a windmill or a head spin,
yes,
you're not breakdancing.
You're not breakdancing.
I'm so sorry. You know, don't they have to like? Shouldn't they like submit a list of some
requirements?
Some of the moves they're gonna do.
Truly, but I think that's what it is. Like they weren't probably who was judging this at the end of the day. You know, who were the judges? Who were the credential judges? Like they're it's not
because like the figure skaters, right? They submit ahead of time, so what their plan to do is, and so the judges know that they're going to do.
Oh right,
they're going to do this
and how they
a quadruple thing
or
whatever. Same with the skier that's doing the thing.
Oh right, yes. It's all planned out.
Yeah,
right?
It's planned out, right? It doesn't just they don't just sit down and go, oh, let's see what they do. Like it's the Olympics. Like they it's a lot more structured from my understanding.
Shout out to Raygun.
So she doesn't. They're not getting a list from her saying that she's going to be doing a head spin. She's like, okay, it just says Raygun. It says, have you look at this list? It says she's just gonna roll around like a dog.
That's got to be my favorite move. Though.
What is that? The elbow?
What is
the
that?
elbow crawl? I did that when I was an
Oh
infant.
my god!
The elbow crawl.
And then the guy vibing out in the back was like, I can't believe I got this out.
These are just like some odd poses.
These are like,
it's almost as though she never
this is like the
was
guy.
exposed to breakdancing in the States at all. Like she didn't pay attention to that.
This is like when in like a reality TV show when they're like, all right, contestants, this week we're learning breakdancing. And and like the best one of them learns breakdancing that week. And that's what we got. You know, like she had a week to learn breakdancing and this is like what we got. It was like super broke. It was like simple. And you know what? We're going to end on like, hey, if you can do a headstand, that's awesome. But this isn't like
you don't
Olympics.
need to spin.
You know what I mean? Speaking of viral sensations, all right. A remote Amazon tribe finally connected to the internet only to wind up hooked on porn and social media.
Yep. Of course.
Of course. Of course. I think we talked about this story on the show. A reclusive tribe on Amazon finally got hooked up to the internet only to be torn apart by social media and porn addiction.
It's just like those the troops in those North Korean troops that got sent to the Ukraine
Oh,
who
right.
were living their whole lives behind a firewall. They get sent to Russia, whatever, to fight with Russia. They get over in Europe, and now for the first time they can get beyond the firewall.
Yeah.
And they started watching
First thing
porn.
to do porn, yeah.
They're all like whacking off all day and not fighting.
Of course. Like, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Why
Of
would
course.
I'm gonna Google boobs.
Boobs
Why-
are coming up. Well, I mean, they see boobs all day, so they're gonna probably
Yeah, but different boobs?
Yeah, maybe different
The
boobs.
first thing they Googled were different boobs.
different. Boobs.
I actually would want to see what their first thing they Googled.
Yeah,
It was like, is it like white boobs?
Maybe fake boobs. Maybe they've never seen fake boobs.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
they like, but they've heard about it.
Shaved vaginas.
That's good. That's good. Maybe they just want. Maybe just like. Maybe they were just like.
They're like, what? They're shaved? They shave those things? What?
Nipples not in a baby's mouth.
Just a wild story. Let's quickly get into it real quick.
Predictable human behavior.
But I think this is such a pinnacle of America. I mean, I think this is like, the TikTok ban is probably imminent. So TikTok is getting banned, Jonesy. I'm sure if
Well, they keep
you're aware.
saying that, but
I think it's official. It's official.
I can't see that happening.
I think
but-
it's actually going to happen, dude. Supreme Court turned it down.
Yeah.
It's unless ByteDance sells it, but regardless if ByteDance sells it, the algorithm will be different. It will not be the same app. So even if there is a TikTok next year, it's not going to be the same app.
Really?
Yeah. So it's probably going to
So
go
I
away.
shouldn't open a TikTok account up.
You have a TikTok account.
Yeah, but there's not much going on.
Yeah.
I tried with it fairly recently, but I'm like, it's not going well.
But yeah, so I think it's very indicative of like we are addicted to our social media so much so even a remote tribe can be addicted to it. A wild tribe can be, these are designed to be. I don't want to call these people base or anything like that, but it is a uniform, general interest of ours. They are designed to our human instincts to be triggered into these things. And
as you can see, they're saying, young people in the tribe have gotten lazy because of the internet. They're learning the ways of the white people.
I think that's like, I mean, I feel like all teenagers are lazy though, right? Like, I just feel like all adults think
One
all
could make that
teenagers are
argument.
lazy, right?
Yeah, sure. Or it's not even like, maybe it's not even lazy. Maybe it's like the kids like are watching, like learning about the outside world, and they're like, wow, look at that. People don't have to like weed all day or like shuck beans and dig ditches or
It's
whatever the
true.
hell that they do.
Yeah.
Which is not a great life, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it could be a great life. It could be a great life, but
Could
like
be I'm
in the
sure-
eyes of what they see on the internet, they probably think, well, what do we? This is kind of a
The
crap,
irony
right?
is that they're playing
Yeah.
Farmville on their phones.
They're playing actual farm.
Yeah,
and then they're
Farmville.
playing. Yeah. So maybe in that sense,
Yeah.
they're not lazy so much as they just see that this is a shit life I have. Now I see it's a shit life. Maybe I don't know.
I do think about that of like there's like my idea of relaxing sometimes is like grinding it out on a video game that is literally living another person's life.
Yeah, sure.
It's just like, well, how is this relaxing? I could just do this in real life.
Yeah, you could.
I could go get a haircut of my own haircut, but I'm not doing that. Like, why?
You could go steal a car and drive around and, and run over people.
Why am I getting Gerald the Witcher's haircut and not my own? This is, it could be, but pretty crazy stuff. All right, that was your number 8. All right, here we go. This is your number 7. We're getting into the crazy stuff here. Diddy's lawyer. Diddy's lawyer is giving a bizarre reason why 1,000 bottles of baby oil were found in the rapper's house. So obviously the Diddy story has been
one of the best of the year.
Just a wild thing that's happening.
It created so many memes and jokes.
So many millionaires have been, we got to protect our millionaires and our billionaires this year. They've been attacked so many times. They've been coming after, and Diddy is one of them.
Diddy's lawyer attempted to explain why the rapper had the huge supply.
Yeah, so
his property. I didn't see what his explanation.
Yeah,
was.
me either.
Like,
I'm sure it's just it's awesome. I'm sure it's totally makes sense.
Just a lot of dry skin lately. When those winter months roll in, Diddy gets dry.
So yeah, what did he say? I love that they're like, what did he?
He goes,
I
don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. I think Americans buy in bulk. Oh, so that's part of it.
He had been buying in bulk.
So did we look that up?
It was a bulk order.
When you order a case of baby oil, what are you getting? 12? Let's say you're getting 24.
Yeah.
That's very far from 1,000.
I bought 1,000 on accident.
It's
one of those things he bought. He meant to type in 10 because it was a dry. He was preparing for the winter months. Everybody gets dry. And he typed in 1,000. It was a hey, we all mess up on that Amazon order sometimes.
Sure. That's that. If he went with that, I would have been like, okay, buddy. All right. At least you tried.
We buy it in bulk.
But like saying we just buy in bulk, like 1,000 is not bulk. Bulk is like I go to the store, I get bulk paper towels. I'm getting maybe 24 rolls of paper towels. That's bulk.
This is like the example of like a bad
this ain't bulk.
Yeah, no, 100%.
This is I'm starting a business.
This is like I'm starting a baby oil business.
Yes.
And I'm trying to get them wholesale.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the example of like a bad lawyer to me.
Yeah.
Because this is like when you think of I don't know if you've been following the Luigi Maggioni story at all.
Yeah, of course. Who isn't?
But the guy, when that dude's lawyer was like, he talking to the press and he's like, okay, show me the evidence that he did it. When he's like immediately like, well, okay, what do you think about Luigi? He's like, oh, well, first off, show me the evidence that he did it. The burden of proof is on the prosecution. I see, where is the evidence? Show me the evidence. This dude is already being like, I mean, he has a bunch, but like he's already admitting there's a lot of baby oil.
Instead of saying,
if I was this lawyer, I would be like, okay, first off, who's saying there's 1,000? I would like the police to count how many there is, and then let's establish how many there are. This is false information, and this is slander, and I will be suing anybody that says that there's 1,000 because my client deserves his due diligence in court. Some shit like that.
Or you could say, Diddy doesn't order household goods at the place. There are people that live there, other people that live there. Some are employees of him.
Yes.
There's housekeepers.
Yes.
You think Diddy orders the dish soap and the laundry soap? He doesn't have a hand in any of that.
Yes,
so if these products are found in the house, we're trying to get to the bottom of who ordered this as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You just do that.
Yeah. It's like it's not like Diddy's ordering all of the supplies for the house. Yeah, exactly.
Like a guy like that's ordering stuff for the house.
That's a bad lawyer.
This guy doesn't even tie his own shoes, probably. Someone fucking go, I'll tie it for you, Diddy.
This is a hit job for sure. This lawyer is, I'm looking forward to the 50 Cent documentary so damn much. I cannot wait. I really can't wait. Coming in at number 6. This is right up your alley. you must have had a big spike in listenership for you, because this was a pretty big trend this year. Voters beginning to think conservatives are weird, according to research.
Yeah, you do a lot more. You do a lot of politics on your show.
This is all from Reddit, maybe this is on me.
Yeah.
But you guys remember this? You guys remember when we were calling Republicans weird? You guys remember this? You guys when we're like, this was gonna save Democrats. You guys remember?
This isn't even a story. I mean, I was like, yeah, I've always thought that they were weird. Like, who doesn't think that they're weird?
That's the whole reason why Kamala
It's like someone
Harris
coming out and saying, hey, people are starting to think Floridians are pretty weird.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the whole point of this story. It was like, hey, you guys think conservatives are weird? It's like, yeah, fucking duh, dude. Like,
who didn't know that?
You guys are these guys are cousin fuckers. Are you fucking kidding me?
Where have you been?
Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah.
What gave it away? Was it the fucking golden diapers of Trump's face they're wearing?
Was this some sort of like
insane person?
This was some sort of a story put out by liberals to help influence an election, maybe, right? Like you gotta think like that, right?
Yeah,
because it's really a non-story. It's something that we've already known.
Well,
they're just now trying to like generate PR around it.
Well,
to get the buzzword weird going out there around the time that you're gonna vote and whatnot, right? Because this is September, right?
Well, so yeah, to give a little to give the context. So maybe you, I remember when this story came out, or around this story. So this is from September 2nd.
Yeah.
I believe, so September 2nd, this is when I believe Kamala Harris has accepted the nomination. She was looking for a VP. Tim Walz had just gone viral for calling Republicans weird. These are weird.
Okay.
So Tim and this was and it was gaining traction. And TikTok had been being like, you're all weird. Like, and it was working.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah.
And it was supposedly during the summer, it was Brat Summer. This was weird. Like, Democrats were weird. Like, they're saying this, Republicans are weird. We were starting to feel a little, it was like that, our bubble at least was starting to feel this way. With Tim Walz spearing the head. And this has had a lot to do, speaking of your planted story theory, this had a lot to do why Tim Walz, I believe, was picked because of the social media and his influence with young people.
Oh, got it.
Because
as a result of that statement he made.
Yes, exactly.
No kidding.
Him saying
I didn't know
weird.
about that.
Him saying weird was a reason why he picked, because people were like, yes, because it was like innocent enough. It was folksy enough. It was also like it crossed a lot of age boundaries. It was obvious enough. Like, yeah, and it seemed to be resonating in a lot. It was so obvious.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah. Well, it was like, oh, well, yeah. We've been saying this, but like, I guess we haven't been like clearly saying it. We've been saying like they're fucking rapists, but yeah, weird is also part of it. We're saying pedophiles and stuff, but weird too. Yeah. That's like, obviously, but so that's why it's been so.
Got it.
So you guys remember when Republicans are weird? You guys remember that? You guys remember that from the summer, guys?
Yeah, sure. Got it.
So just a little politics 2024 lesson.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can,
And I don't remember how it worked out. Do you remember how it worked out for Kamala and Tim?
I don't recall.
Recall. I don't.
Is it? Well, when's the election?
I think it's
April, right? Oh no, that's taxes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's on July 4th.
Yeah, right. July 4th.
It should be on July 4th.
Wait, it's Flag Day. No, is it not a Flag Day?
I believe it should be
No, it's on President's Day.
It should be on President's Day, right?
When is that? September? Did it already pass?
It's on 9/11. It's because you know why?
Next 9/11.
So you never forget.
Yeah, right. Good.
Never forget.
Make sure you vote. Make sure you guys vote.
Yeah. It actually should
Don't
be
vote for the weirdos.
It should be on President's Day.
It should be.
Don't vote for the weirdos. Hey, guys. Hey, don't vote for the weirdos. Which I guess America did.
Oh, the opposite's happening because he's gonna fill his crew is made up of like the My Pillow guy, Elon Musk. Is Tucker Carlson gonna get a position? Probably Alex Jones. Like, oh my God, just watch out. All the weirdos are gonna be pushing the dials.
Oh, I can't wait. America is set for life. Well, that was your number 6. We're getting into our top 5.
Ooh,
top 5. I know we're recapping so far. As far as the wildest people of the year so far, we have Raygun. We mentioned Hawk Tuah. She's an honorable mention as far as wildest people. Joe Biden. That's a wild person.
That sure is. Diddy's masseuse, also wild.
Diddy also pretty wild person. These are people that we're going to be voting for the wildest person of the year. But let's get into our top 5. Talk about wild person. Donald Trump says Kamala Harris happened to turn black. You guys remember this story?
Yeah. I do remember this.
Oh, buddy. All right, let's cut to the clip.
I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So
That's our president. That's our president, ladies and gentlemen. That's our president.
I know what he means. But he just didn't say it. He just had to say it like a dick. Yeah, like he does all the time. Just had to say it like a dick.
Yeah, I mean,
like he could have genuinely not known that she was black for a long, long time. I don't know how. I don't know her history. I don't know if she's always been out there and saying I'm mixed. I mean,
you look at her.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
She's black.
Yeah. I mean,
Kamala is not.
But I'm saying, I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he honestly didn't know that because she was always promoting herself as an Indian woman or Southeast Asian, let's say. But then, the way he says like she turned black, like what instead of saying like. And now she seems to be promoting another category of ethnicity for herself. I think to appease to more minorities than just the Southeast Asian would. And and if I was her, I would do the same thing because in this it's when you're running for president, you want to appeal to as many subgroups in our culture as you can.
Yeah, that's a little bit more long-winded than saying, she happened to turn black.
But he can't help himself. This is how he speaks. He's disrespectful.
And
he
unhinged.
Doesn't think.
Yeah,
He doesn't think. He just runs his mouth before his brain can even catch up.
Such an insane thing to say to in a room full of black women. Also a wild thing.
And that's a room full of black women in there?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know that.
Black women, I think, and at least black journalists. I believe I can't remember if they're just women.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
She's a black journalist.
Black journalist. I'm pretty sure
it's
a Black Women's Society of Journalists.
Okay.
It's
a gathering of black journalists.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes me think that he did that purposely.
100%. He came in there.
Yeah.
He came in hot.
Knowing that, I didn't know that was the audience he was in front of.
Oh yeah, he came in there to specifically
even no matter
say,
how unhinged you are, you can't help but check yourself in front of a crowd of black people. The fact that he still said it leads me to believe that was purposeful.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that was purposeful.
100% personal.
Yeah.
He was not trying to be like, oh, this was just a slip. He's trying to be like, listen, I'm more black. He's trying to essentially say I'm more black than she is, essentially, right? Like she's just now trying to turn black.
Yeah.
Like she's just trying to own her blackness.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you? Like, I can't believe you guys are trying to like cozy up to her when she's never really fully embraced her blackness. It's like, yeah, but that's such a white person.
Yeah.
Like for anybody that's never been a person of color, you're always a person of color.
Sure.
You can just choose to embrace another side, but that's only how you choose to present yourself. People will choose to how they want to see you.
Yeah.
You have no control over that.
Right.
Like that is such an insane thing to say.
But you can see, like, I never saw that clip before, right?
Yeah.
So I immediately thought to myself, oh, imagine how much his people love.
Oh, they love that. He walked off. There's reports of him walking off.
They must have went crazy for that.
Oh yeah. There's reports of him walking off being like, we fucking nailed it. Like we killed it. he destroyed with his
voters.
His base loved it. I mean, look at it.
Loves that.
Look at that. It clearly won.
Of course.
It clearly worked, dude.
What a mastermind on some level. You have to give it to him. What the fuck, man? I mean, it's almost like he would go into that purposely because he's kind of bringing himself into the lion's den, right?
Oh yeah.
When he agrees to do that interview.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point. He's
going into the lion's den and he's going, you know what? I'm gonna poke the tiger here.
Yep.
Whereas Kamala didn't go into the lion's den. She wouldn't even go on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah, I mean, like 3 hours. I mean, she's too busy campaigning. I don't know.
You have to do that though. You have to go on there as part of your campaign. You have to. This is a place. This is a platform where
I don't know.
It's more watched than anything.
You're
going to turn down the most listened to podcast.
3 hours is a long time.
You're going to turn down the most
when you
listened
could be campaigning and
there are famous people on there that do a cutoff. She could have done a cutoff. Obama didn't do 3 hours.
He wouldn't let her.
Really?
Yeah, he said. She said, I will do it if I can do it for like only a half an hour. And she said,
well, I wouldn't accept a half an hour.
Or no, sorry, no, an hour and a half or something. And he said,
hour and a half should have been okay.
He said, sorry, man, the only real way to do it is 3 hours.
He's like, he should have bent a little bit too. Yeah, let's get her for 2 hours.
Yeah, it was crazy.
She got to do that though. She got to do that. You have to do that.
Oh,
you have to go on the number one podcast.
She did accept. All right. Let's go to our. Speaking of, we mentioned her already. Let's get into it. The wild journey of Tuah, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. Let's see.
Might have been yesterday when we had Hawk Coin from Haley Welch. Well, turns out.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk tunes.
She's.
Who made that graphic? That's so
been
good.
on that thing because the day it went live, it went from 500 million value to 60 million. They generated millions in fees. It was a gigantic
All right.
scam.
Okay, so as a little brief explainer, we got Tuah, the rise and fall from spitting on that thing to getting chewed up and spit out in an ultimate scam of cryptocurrency. I just for fun, I want to see the original.
One move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk tune. Spit on that thing. You get me?
I mean, just a delightful thing that happened on the internet. And then this happened.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Well, hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
From one bed to another. So that was during a Spaces where she was being alleged that she was her cryptocurrency was a scam.
Yeah, I remember.
Jonsey.
Yeah.
What an epic journey for Tuah. Just a wild person. From literally picked up from the just streets to ultimate fandom. Clearly one of the most famous people to happen.
Sure.
Online this year. Wildest person, I would say. One of the wildest people.
Yeah.
We're talking celebrity interviews. We're talking social media fame. We're talking manhunt to find it. Cryptocurrency even to scams.
Yeah, well, when you don't have talent, you have to make money through a scam.
I mean, some would say she has a talent in the bedroom.
Yeah, well,
and her podcast, I mean, there's something entertaining about her. You know. That said, I mean, what a fucking epic journey! We just found out about her like what 3 months ago. That's crazy, or like you know what I mean? Like what a crazy year for this woman. Crazy year.
I know. I'm looking forward to like when I don't have to hear her name again.
I mean, what's gonna happen next year?
I don't know. They'll catch another bimbo on the street saying something sexual that a porn star would say, and then they'll give her all the followers.
Oh, babe, you gotta shit out your anus, babe.
It'll be a woman on the street like really shoving it up. You gotta. This is what you gotta do. Just get it deep.
Oh, babe, it's nothing like when you drop.
It's gonna be some girl like you ever did the parking cone? I'm like, what's the parking cone? Let me show you. And she's gonna sit on a parking cone right on Santa Monica 3rd Street. And then that's gonna go. And they're gonna be like, you know the parking cone girl?
Oh, babe.
You see the parking cone girl?
Oh, babe, there's nothing like.
Oh, let's give her a podcast.
There's
let's
nothing.
Put her on the Tonight Show.
There's nothing like when you show the rosebuds out of your anal cavity, baby.
So
there's
stupid.
nothing like it. Pretty crazy. I think she's got to be one of the wildest people of the year for sure.
That being said, as all the things I said about her, I feel bad that she would go to jail over something like that because it doesn't sound like she would. Like she's not smart enough to come up with this whole scam. She's
young. I think she's naive and young.
So
yeah, she's like, what?
This isn't something that a person like that would come up with.
Totally, 100%.
You know, so how sad that now
taken advantage
she
of.
would have to go to prison for that. I don't believe she deserves that.
As we said, hustle culture is to blame for all of this. She was just minding her own business, and ironically, she was chewed up and spit out on that thing, which is America. Okay.
She should have just went and got an auto-tune machine and recorded some songs like the rest of them.
All right, that was your number 4. Now we're getting to our top 3, baby.
Ooh, oh my
According
God.
to our Not the Onion, this one has no video component, but it's still actually pretty fucking crazy. A Chinese man sent $550,000 and his family's life savings to a streamer so she'd call him bro. This one actually was an insane story that like blew up the fucking internet. At least the part of the internet that I'm on, which is this lady's Twitch account. No, just kidding. A man in China has raised eyebrows after using his family's life savings and stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars to send a live streamer. Did you hear about this story?
I covered this story on my podcast.
Pretty fucking crazy.
Insane.
Over $300,000 and sends it to a streamer just to say, bro.
You know, the guy could have went to Glendale and been called bro a million times for nothing. Yo, bro. Bro, nice beamer, bro. Bro, you want to hit my vape, bro?
That's so funny.
Come on, man. Bro.
The man even resorted to just eating plain steamed buns while sent everything he had to the unnamed creator. Wow, we don't even know the name of the creator? Wow, it's crazy. Maybe he should have seen a psychiatrist, said another.
I want to say in the article I covered it, I think it did say the creator, and then it's kind of showed her account and how much money she had made, and it was kind of insane how much money she had made.
Crazy.
Over her account. I actually, on my podcast, told my listeners if any of them call in and leave me a message and call me Pod Daddy, I would send them $1.
Did anybody do it?
I got a few here.
Really?
Yeah, I was going to look for them and play it. What was the date on that story?
That is like November 29th.
I think here's one.
Oh, Pod Daddy. Good luck with your life, man. Pod Daddy. This is Jersey Jeanette. I wanted to see if you wanted to go to Chickies and Blow tonight. All right. Talk to you soon.
That has sexy voice. Holy shit. Hit her up.
I'm officially calling you Podcast Daddy because that's the kind of guy I am. You probably want a woman's voice.
Hey, Pod Daddy. How you doing?
Dang.
I got a bunch of those.
Dude, your fans are fucking hot, dude.
I think so. Some of them.
They sound hot.
Yeah, I got some Pod Daddy messages.
You got some Pod Zaddies over there. You got some sexy pod people.
No one sent me their Venmo though, so I didn't have to pay any dollars for those Pod Daddies. I saved them forever though.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this guy got a problem.
That is shout out to this guy.
You know, what I talked about on the story was a lot of people were saying that this woman, it's her obligation to give back that money.
Okay.
Which I completely disagree with.
Yeah.
They say because it's his family's life savings or whatever that she should be obligated to give it back. This OnlyFans model, and which is, you know, first of all, it's shifting the responsibility off this man.
Yeah.
If you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You would never. Let's say he had gone to a casino in Vegas and lost it all.
I feel like it's.
Would you feel it's the casino's responsibility to then give back his life savings back to him?
But
no, you would be insane to say that. But because this is one girl OnlyFans thing, people are hopping on her. It's the same thing, man.
Yeah, but that is the difference. It's like one unnamed company or conglomerate versus one person.
Yeah,
that's the difficulty of like, you being able to talk to like Jonsey versus Weird AF News.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like Jonsey, you're a person with a face and eyes, whereas Weird AF News is a logo and a building.
Yeah. It's just sad that they're not able to see it from 30,000 feet. Like, they're just like. It's an addiction.
I don't know how I feel about that.
This is an addiction-based.
Yeah, he should probably
decision.
learn not to do it.
Would you go tell his drug dealer to give back the life savings because he smoked meth every 5 days a week for a year.
Yeah.
For whatever money that costs.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, this is just strange. I think it's like anti-female in Asia. I think it's an anti-female thing that's going on in Asia too, where they're like, this bitch should give it back. This bitch took his money.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
You should have called him daddy. For that much money, should have at least gotten a smile.
Yeah.
You know, like
so this is like
a male-dominated or something. Yeah.
A male-dominated culture. You know, I've been over there. I've seen it. They're all harping on the girl and saying, you know, but this family man was wrong.
You're right.
It's like, instead of saying, no, this family man is a fucktard and made bad mistakes and jeopardized his family's future. You know what I mean?
So you're my wife, right? And I'm the guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, babe, take a seat. I got something to tell you. You got a second? I know you're busy with the kids and stuff and making dinner for Christmas and stuff. I know you said you wanted to buy presents and stuff. I just wanted to quickly talk to you about some stuff. You got a second?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're not gonna be able to afford Christmas this year because I spent all of our money on something kind of cool though. For me, I paid a streamer all of our life savings to call me brother.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty cool for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
pretty cool.
When do you think dinner is going to be ready? You think like maybe 15, 20?
Pretty cool for you.
Pretty cool. Yeah. Hey, why don't you take a step away from those knives? Pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm going to be putting you in a place where you could yell brother all day long. It won't be heard.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a threat.
Wouldn't you murder your husband?
Oh, yeah. I feel like it would be like instant divorce.
I would probably murder them.
Yeah. I mean, also,
not myself, but I would pay somebody.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not murder him, but I would definitely pay
someone
to break both of his legs.
Yeah.
And to cut off his dick.
I think I would.
He would be maimed for life, and I would never be found out because I would never do it, and I would hide my tracks. But I would have someone would do that to him.
It's just like a surveillance camera, like
not kill him. I want him to live like that. I want to break his legs and cut off his cock, and you're gonna have to live like that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of treatment a man like that deserves.
Yeah.
Is that over the top?
No, I think that's fair. I think a man who pays his a streamer to say brother doesn't deserve a
all
penis.
His life savings. It ruins his family.
Yeah.
The kids, everything.
Also,
sorry, your college education gone.
What is this dude's job? Like, is it like now?
He owned a company. He was taking money from the company.
Oh,
yeah,
that's fucked up.
I think it was a shipping company or something.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was from what I remember.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. What a wild. That's a pretty wild dude. Okay, so that was your number 3. We got 2 more to go. Jonesy, you doing good?
Tuah for you.
You doing good? Doing good? All right. Here we go. Speaking of paying women exorbitant amount of money to do stuff, Matt Gaetz once faced sex trafficking investigation by the Justice Department. He could now lead. This was back when. You guys remember when Matt Gaetz was almost about to lead the Justice Department?
Yeah. Part of the whole the clown car of individuals, idiots that Trump is putting forth to be nominated for very important positions.
This is
this is one of the first ones. What I remember him saying.
This is I believe so. This was the second of. Now, if you go on Are Not the Onion right now on Reddit, this is the second most upvoted story.
Is it?
Yes, of all year of the year.
Damn.
This is not a recency bias at all, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
That's how insane this story is. That's how insane the last couple weeks have been.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was insane.
What a paradigm shift this year has been. We went from Raygun to rapist to sex trafficker to run the DOJ. Which is just to say, 2025 is going to fit into be pretty crazy, I think.
You know what took the shock off of this for me was seeing how Trump was already in bed with Elon.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, he's just kind of...
Yeah.
He's going to just, line up these guys with questionable character, insane ideas. And so then I saw this. I wasn't that surprised. I really wasn't that surprised. Just because of the Elon thing. made me go, if it's this guy doesn't care.
I mean, this one's pretty
RFK
shocking.
Jr. as well, another guy who's,
Yeah. I mean, this one's shocking because this is like head of DOJ is like such a substantial, important position.
Yeah.
Like I would have imagined him maybe House Speaker or something like that.
Okay.
Like a nothing.
This is too
like
much.
This is like, this is like a serious position that like holds weight, J. Edgar Hoover, we're talking James Comey, fucking like real detective work, not Matt Gaetz,
Right.
who was spoiled, like thwarted thwarted by a Venmo requests. You know what I mean?
Detective work. This guy can't even hide his Venmo does Venmo transactions for sex. Like doesn't even have the wherewithal to do cash.
It's insane.
Cash, bro.
Yeah. Like
cash. What's wrong with you?
What the hell? Insane.
Cash, bro.
Insane.
Venmo's for your your Super Bowl squares. Sure. Little gambling. Venmo's okay.
Yeah.
Paying for sex from a 17-year-old.
So crazy.
Do Venmo. Fucking idiot.
It's just an insane thing.
He's a fucking moron.
Honestly, Rudy Giuliani as DOJ would have made more sense. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
That makes more sense because at least he has the experience. Like that's such an insane move. It was truly crazy.
Rudy's crazy too, and I'm happy that him and Donald aren't on speaking terms because I wouldn't want to see him back in the fold either.
Totally.
But this guy is over the top, insane.
What a wild thing to happen.
Now that I guess they're just going to release his. I read something today about they're going to release his the records.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe.
And I think it made him cry.
Just a crazy thing that might happen. He's now on Cameo.
He went on Cameo.
He stepped down from his position in the House of Representatives.
To get ready for that gig,
get ready for this,
and then got caught. Got that canceled and didn't have his position.
People hated this idea, and so now he's just on Cameo, like some fucking loser giving motivational speeches.
It's motivational speeches. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Motivation to do what?
I don't know. Let's see.
Hit on the girl at Dairy Queen.
Hey. Hey, man.
Don't let those high school students that work at ice cream parlors after school keep you away.
Age is just a number.
Fucking guys, what a loser.
Anything is possible. Remember,
predation. This guy should be behind
it's
bars.
Never too late or too early. Age is just a number. All right. You ready for your number one, Jonesy?
Yeah.
This has been so fun. We are coming to the end of the show. This has been one hell of a year.
It's been wild.
It's been a wild, crazy year.
There's some weird, wild stuff.
And we had one amazing and beautiful, just a beautiful story. It ended up, kind of falling down, but
I'm on the edge of my seat, Daddy.
There was a beautiful story that happened where The Onion bought Infowars
from Alex Jones' company, right?
From Alex Jones. What an amazing thing that happened.
In a bankruptcy auction. And tell the listeners why he had to sell this off.
Because what
a piece of shit this guy is.
What an actual piece of shit this guy was. Because the Sandy Hook family sued him for over $450 million. He was $1 billion in debt.
Isn't it nice to see that happen? Because usually they never win.
Oh.
The little people never win.
No, 100%.
I was so happy.
This was an amazing thing that happened. This is a story that happened on November 14th, just 7 days after the election. There's a nice little bright spot after some dark times that happened. The Onion, the satirical news company that repeatedly spoofed conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, has won the bankruptcy auction for control over his media empire, most notably Infowars, the far conspiracy-minded website that served as Alex Jones's primary online platform. It just got I just got word 15 minutes. I just got word, brother, 15 minutes ago that my lawyers and folks met with the U.S. trustees over a bankruptcy this morning. They said that they're shutting us down without a court order this morning, Jones said. I don't know. Just saying. Make sure you buy as many dick pills as possible, brother.
Oh yeah, brother.
We're gonna make sure they're making sure the frogs are ready. We're gonna make sure and then Trump will come save us. They're gonna make sure they're gonna take this from the cold dead hands, motherfucker.
You sounded like a retarded conservative Randy Macho Man Savage.
I don't know what's going on to happen, but I'm gonna make them. They're gonna come and turn the lights off. They all was the first attorneys for the first United Americans company, which was named as the backup bidder in the auction, filed a request Thursday seeking as an immediate court-ordered meeting about the Onion's win. This was just an amazing thing that happened. It was fun. The Onion released some fun slides, saying they're dedicated to continuing the conspiracy vision and world takeover of the Onion. Just an amazing thing that happened. True bright spot. But of course, it was short-lived because
they can't have their fun.
No one can have their fun.
Can't have fun.
The Onion's rejected purchase of
Infowars. This is a bit of a joke.
In an auction bid supported by families of So
is that from today?
This is according from just a few days ago. A judge rejected the order.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know how the Onion, I don't even know how the Onion makes money, really. Like, how are they going to afford to, I don't know. When I saw that, I think, how's the Onion affording such things?
No, so they
really make money?
No, the Onion
how do they do?
Paired with Sandy Hook family.
The Onion was part of that lawsuit with them or something?
Yes. Well, no, so the money that the Sandy Hook family was due, they were using that money as collateral or whatever to buy Infowars from, and then the Onion was going to throw in money in addition to as part of the auction.
Oh, got it.
So the owners of the Onion said that they're deeply disappointed in the judge's decision. The bid was rejected. They're deeply disappointed. Late Tuesday, so this was according just a week ago from this when this was recorded. After 2 days of the testimony in Houston, Judge Christopher Lopez took issue with that. Blah 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 blah. Of course, all jokes must come to an end, just like this podcast, just like our top 10 list.
We've gone a long time, huh?
This has been
almost 2 hours.
I think just an hour and a half.
Oh, all right.
But Jonsey, we've talked about a lot of wild people so far. Just a quick recap. I'm gonna throw the owner of the Onion on this list, but let's talk about it. We got Joe Biden, we got Raygun, we got the Amazon tribes, we got Diddy, we got weird conservatives, I guess, Democrats for thinking weird was gonna work, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's call Donald Trump, right? Mm-hmm. That's a pretty wild guy. Let's talk about Tuah, the Tuah girl. The Chinese man
bro? You mean bro?
Chinese bro?
You need bro? Bro.
Nice beamer, bro. The Chinese man who wished he was Armenian.
Bro, hit my vape, bro.
Matt Gaetz, and of course, the Onion,
and Alex Jones.
Who do you think? Who is your vote for the wildest person of the year?
Oh, I mean, I'm voting for that Chinese man.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going Chinese man.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
to me, that's the weirdest one.
I gotta go. I just love the kind of ultimate symmetry of Tuah girl.
You like Tuah?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go Raygun.
No, I like Tuah.
Yeah.
I just love started from nothing, started from the bottom. Now we're here, and I'm excited to see where she's going in 2025.
If he was going to spend $550K on a woman calling him bro, imagine what he would pay for a woman to Tuah on him.
They should do a collab.
They could collab.
They could do a collab.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe she'll buy. Maybe he'll buy some of the cryptocurrency.
They'll make their own Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Called the Tuah bro.
Tuah bro.
Tuah bro.
But speaking of bro, thank you so much, bro, for coming on this show. And go running down the top stories of this year.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Super fun, Jonesy.
Yeah. I'm honored that you asked me.
Absolutely. You're actually going to be speaking of stuff. You're going to be on a That Was Wild live show coming up pretty soon.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that. Have your listeners come out to that? You got some listeners in the area?
Yeah, actually we do. It's
happening in Glendale, bro.
Yeah, speaking of Glendale, bro.
Bro.
You are. Which one are you going to be on? You're going to be on which one?
I can't remember.
I believe. Oh, you're going to be on the February one on February 1st. But other than that, where can people find you?
Well, just listen to the Weird AF News podcast, which is available on all podcast players. Wherever you get your podcasts, it's available on smart speakers, Alexa, you name it, and YouTube as well. So
Awesome.
That's where you can find me 5 days a week doing weird news.
Yeah.
5 days a week.
Please, everybody go check that out. And this one goes out to Haley Welch, a.k.a. Hawk Tuah Girl. You have been voted the wildest person of the year. And please, if you're interested on coming on another podcast to talk about your wild journey, we would love to have you. I think you would be you're an awesome guest. I think I would love to chat with you. So please come reach out to us. Anybody listening to this and you know Haley, come talk to her. I think we would, honestly, it would be an awesome guest. I want to talk to her like a 15-minute Zoom conversation. I think it would be fun. Connect us, please. It would be awesome. But
also, though, if you're the Chinese man.
yeah, also that too.
Come on the show. He'll call you daddy.
Yeah.
Bro, sis, auntie, whatever you want to be called.
And you only have to pay me $549,000 to do that.
What a bargain!
That's a steal. That's a steal. But speaking of steal, we will no longer steal your time. You guys have a happy new year. Everybody be safe. But before we end, we're going to end the show like we always do. We're going to look down the barrel of that camera and say, that was wild. Jonesy, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been super, super fun. On the count of 3, we're going to say that was wild. You ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. That was wild!
It's time to get wild.